I know what's happening here. I really do. You've been working so much lately that we haven't got to spend much time together, and you're forgetting what it's like to be with me. But maybe if we just held each other or something, you would remember what it's like to be with me.
No.
Breaking up sucks. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 breakup movies.
I was not a failure.
Oh? What do you call it then? A success? The marriage ended in divorce.
For this list, we've chosen the films that best or most memorably capture the heartache, confusion, pain, awkwardness, and sometimes even humor at the end of a relationship.
But it's just not what I want. I don't want to break up with him.
Whether or not the movie itself concludes on a happy or sad note.
Listen, Patrick, she's gone. She's not around anymore. Nikki left.
What are you doing, Dad? Excelsior. Excelsior.
Number 10, The War of the Roses.
I want a divorce.
In this dark comedy, divorce lawyer Gavin D'Amato, played by Danny DeVito, tells his client the tale of his friends, the Roses, and how their idyllic marriage fell apart.
You're such an expert, aren't you? Making me look like a jerk.
As their divorce moves forward, both of the Roses become more and more obsessed with one-upmanship and hurting each other as much as possible.
I would never humiliate you like this.
You're not equipped to, honey.
Gavin makes it clear that when problems arise, the selfish route is the wrong path, and that it's better to at least attempt to make amends rather than trying to win the breakup and keep score.
No, Gavino, I'm going to win because I've got her to accept the ground rules.
Oliver, there is no winning in this. It's only degrees of losing.
The result was a critical and commercial success that also earned the lead's Golden Globe nominations.
I recently married. Which is the last thing I ever thought I'd do after what happened to the Roses.
Number 9, Like Crazy.
I'm so sorry, Sam. I love you.
When Jacob and Anna meet, their attraction is almost instantaneous, and they quickly fall in love. Unfortunately for the couple, Anna is only in America on a student visa, and will have to return to England soon enough.
I'll come back and I'll get a work visa.
Over the next few years, these star-crossed lovers come together and break up a number of times, not only because of geography, but because of their own issues.
Just tell me what's happening with you and her.
There's nothing happening.
Why didn't you just tell me, Jacob?
I told you there's nothing happening.
You're obviously involved in something with this person.
For better or worse, they seem to be the love of each other's lives, and can never seem to stay apart or together for long. And their story, partly based on the director's experiences, made for this well-received romantic drama that earned its young leads a number of awards.
I love you.
Number 8, Say Anything.
I don't want to leave something out because I know I can say anything to you.
This iconic 80s film shows the courtship of two opposites. A rich, socially awkward valedictorian, Diane, and an easygoing underachiever, Lloyd.
What?
I love you. How many more times do I have to say it?
One more time would be nice.
Although things seemed to go well for the couple at first, social standings, as well as pressure from her father, caused the couple to break up.
I just think you should break up with him.
Unbelievable. This is a nightmare.
In an attempt to win her back, Lloyd pulls a stunt that has since gone down in movie history, while the romantic comedy drama itself has been hailed as one of the sweetest, most thoughtful, and funniest movies of 1989. Number 7, Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Are you breaking up with me?
After getting dumped by his longtime girlfriend, the famous actress Sarah Marshall, Peter Breder is having a bit of a hard time. He just can't seem to get Sarah off his mind.
Maybe this is a challenge from God for me to forget her, you know?
He decides that the best thing for him is a vacation to Hawaii. Unfortunately for Peter, Sarah just happens to be staying at the same resort with her new rock star boyfriend.
Peter,
Hey. Hi.
what are you doing here?
Came here to murder you.
Really, what are you doing here?
Jason Segel, who both wrote and starred in the rom-com, gives us an hilarious but surprisingly touching film about moving on and believing in yourself.
Yes, sir. Morning, Mai Tai.
You know what? I actually will not be having an alcoholic beverage this morning.
Critics and moviegoers agreed, with Forgetting Sarah Marshall making over $105 million at the box office.
You know, I actually wanted to tell you that I've been thinking so much about...
Number 6, Crazy Stupid Love.
I want a divorce.
This aptly named rom-com takes a lighthearted and humorous approach to issues including, but not limited to, heartbreak, infidelity, and unrequited love.
You're getting a divorce?
The soon-to-be divorced Cal strikes up an unusual friendship with a young player, Jacob, who shows the middle-aged man a few tricks to pick up women.
Let's talk about how many women you've been with. Sexually? Yeah, no. I mean breakdance fighting.
Things get complicated when Jacob meets a girl who makes him rethink his philosophy on women. And even more complicated when it turns out that certain people in this story share unexpected connections.
You guys are a thing. You guys are a couple, right? You guys are together?
Yeah, yes.
No way. Break up right now.
Ultimately, the film shows the ups and downs of falling in and out of love, and earned critics' favors, box office millions, and a Golden Globe nod for Ryan Gosling.
David Lindhagen took my wife and slept with her. Thought I did everything right. Got married, had kids, the house. What do I get for it? I get cuckolded.
Number 5, High Fidelity.
All time, top 5 most memorable breakups in chronological order are as follows.
Rob, a record store owner played by John Cusack, is going through yet another in a long line of breakups and is experiencing a bit of a quarter-life crisis.
Which brings us to number 1 on the top 5 all-time breakup list. Allison Ashmore.
He decides to look back at his prior relationships, romanticizing some, all while pining over his most recent ex, Laura.
Can you see your name on that list, Laura?
Eventually, Rob even makes a top 5 list of most significant breakups, something we can appreciate here at WatchMojo, and contacts a few of his exes, trying to figure out why he can't seem to keep a good thing going.
Gotta be kidding me.
With its strong performances and great soundtrack, High Fidelity also received mostly positive reviews from critics.
You are going through one of those what does it all mean things. I can't believe you, Rob.
Number 4, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Do I know you?
Everyone has had a relationship that they would like to forget.
She wanted to move on. We provide that possibility.
In this romantic sci-fi comedy drama, a fictional procedure allows you to do just that.
Joel, the eraser guys are coming here, so what if you take me somewhere else? Somewhere where I don't belong.
So, after Joel's ex Clementine erases him entirely from her memory, he impulsively decides to do the same to her.
Okay. Okay.
The film implies that it's never better to forget someone once loved. We should instead remember both the good times as well as the bad. And when we choose to forget someone, we are losing a piece of our own history and ourselves.
Remember me. Try your best. Maybe we can.
Making over 3 times its budget at the box office, Eternal Sunshine also scored high with critics and an Oscar for Best Screenplay.
Bye, Joel.
I love you.
Maybe in one time.
Number 3, Blue Valentine.
I want a divorce.
Derek Sanfrance's beautiful and heartbreaking masterpiece shows a young couple, with the narrative alternating between their hopeful courtship and the last days of their marriage several years later.
I love you.
I love you too.
Unlike many of the other films on this list, both characters are given equal importance and presented as good yet flawed people.
I don't know what you want me to say.
I want you to tell me what's going on. I want to know. You got me feeling sick, you know? I'm very intuitive.
Their breakup is not caused by a defining moment or character flaw. Rather, it's a slow and sad decline to the realization that they are no longer what they once were.
You f***ing asshole.
I'm a f***ing
Honey,
asshole.
you're a f***ing asshole.
You can call me stupid.
I'm so out of love with you. I've got nothing left for you. Nothing. Nothing.
Its tough but realistic portrayal of love gone wrong earned its actors multiple award nominations. Just make sure you've got a box of tissues for this one.
You You always hurt the ones you love. The one you shouldn't hurt at all.
Number 2, 500 Days of Summer.
Tom, don't go. You're still my best friend.
Right from the start, it's made clear that this is not a love story.
You've broken up with girls before?
Yes.
And girls have broken up with you before.
This is different.
Why?
Because it's summer.
By following a hopeless romantic, Tom, and the ups and downs of his idealized relationship with the aloof beauty, Summer. This romantic comedy drama shows the difference between a person's perceptions of his life versus reality.
Yeah, like casual. Take it slow.
No pressure.
We see various points in the 500 days of Tom's infatuation, presented out of order, ranging from Tom being completely in love with Summer one moment and miserable and furious with her in the next.
You never wanted to be anybody's girlfriend, and now you're somebody's wife.
This rarely used storytelling structure helped 500 Days of Summer become a sleeper hit, while its portrayal of a guy's perspective on heartbreak was a fresh spin on the rom-com genre.
I should go, but I'm really happy to see that you're doing well.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Marriages don't break up on account of infidelity. It's just a symptom that something else is wrong.
Really? Well, that symptom is fucking my wife.
Wouldn't it be lovely if we were old? We'd have survived all this. And everything would be easy and uncomplicated.
You will have a dinner with Charlie, pretending to work out the details of the breakup. And by tomorrow, I promise you, you will be queen of the castle again.
Number 1, Annie Hall.
I don't think many couples could handle this. You know, they could just break up and remain friends.
Without Annie Hall, chances are that a lot of the films on this list wouldn't even exist.
Alvy, let's never break up again. I don't want to be apart.
The romantic comedy, which stars Woody Allen and Diane Keaton, is a pioneer of non-sequential storytelling.
What do I need this?
If only I had the nerve to break up, but it would really hurt him.
Like many of the movies that emulate it, Annie Hall examines various moments in the couple's relationship.
You're what Granny Hall would call a real Jew.
And its deterioration, jumping to different points non-chronologically.
I miss Annie. I made a terrible mistake.
Its realistic portrayal of the shifts in a relationship and its eventual end earned Annie Hall an Oscar for Best Picture, among 3 other Academy Awards, and is often considered one of Allen's best works.
You wrote your name in all my books because you knew this day was going to come.
Well, Alvy, you wanted to break up just as much as I do.
No question about it. I think we're doing the mature thing without any doubt.
Do you agree with our list? Or did we break your heart by leaving something off? What are your favorite breakup movies?
Okay, if that's all that we've been through together means to you, I guess it's better if we just said goodbye, once and for all.
For more heart-wrenching top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Well, I guess that's pretty much now how I feel about relationships.